A Hamas delegation led by Khalil al-Haya in Cairo for talks with Egyptian officials on the Gaza war and developments in the West Bank, Jerusalem and Al-Aqsa Mosque. Hamas official Tahir al-Nuno said preliminary discussions began ahead of today's meetings, which will focus on halting the war on Gaza, enabling aid delivery and fostering Palestinian internal unity on political issues. He praised Egypt's efforts under President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, stressing strong and stable ties with Cairo and continued joint work on all related matters. Egypt's foreign minister has reaffirmed Cairo's rejection of expanding military operations in Gaza and any of the displaced Palestinians. Foreign Minister Badr Abdulati told foreign media in Cairo that Egypt insists on protecting Palestinian lives and ensuring aid flows into Gaza. He also stressed that Rafah crossing remains open on the Egyptian side and said Israel, as the occupying power, must allow aid through the Palestinian side it now controls. Abdulati reiterated Egypt's firm opposition to any moves aimed at undermining the Palestinian cause. The foreign ministers of Egypt and Saudi Arabia have called for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza and impeded delivery of aid. In a phone call, Egypt's Badr Abdulati and Saudi Arabia's Faisal bin Farhan stressed the urgent need to hold the fighting and ensure aid reaches Gaza without obstruction. They affirmed the Palestinian people's right to self-determination and an independent state and demanded an end to what they described as systematic starvation and killing in the enclave. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says Hamas cannot be allowed to continue governing Gaza. Rubio said the war will end once Hamas no longer poses a military threat. He claimed recent European recognitions of a Palestinian state were driven by internal political pressures. His remarks come as Washington maintains its backing for Israel's military campaign while opposing Hamas's role in Gaza's future governance.
But we're not there yet, but we will get there. We want it to be, the president wanted it to be yesterday and the day before, but we're certainly at least talking about peace.
Israeli airstrikes have killed at least 9 people in Khan Yunis and nearby Mawasi as faint smoke rose over the area. Medics say a couple, their child and 2 others were killed when a house in Khan Yunis was hit on Tuesday, while 4 more died in a strike on a tent camp in Mawasi. Medical sources say 24 Palestinians have been killed in Israeli attacks across Gaza since dawn, including 5 seeking aid. Our correspondent reports Israeli warplanes struck east of El Bureish camp in central Gaza, while air and artillery bombardment hit eastern Gaza City. Airstrikes also targeted central Khan Yunis alongside demolishing operations in the city's north. The latest attacks come amid ongoing heavy Israeli strikes across the enclave. Foreign ministers from 27 countries say Gaza's humanitarian crisis has reached unimaginable levels and are demanding Israel allow aid in without obstruction. In a joint statement co-signed by senior EU officials, the ministers warned of famine and called for all crossings into Gaza to be opened for food, medicine, fuel and shelter supplies. They urged Israel to authorize all NGO shipments and allow humanitarian workers to operate freely. Gaza's crisis has deepened since March when Israeli authorities shut all crossings. The Palestinian Foreign Ministry welcomed the appeal and urged the international community to enforce it.